Do it when Josh comes on.
Okay, well, we're recording now anyway. So,
but I agree. But I think a lot of people would improve with barbells and just dumbbells and whatnot, and not be funny, but body weight exercises as well. More so your amateurs, but your less experienced guys, because I feel like a lot of people are missing the step on the ladder where they've mastered the basics of the barbell. Look at Sean Clarida at the Olympia. He did that whole Olympia prep with just a barbell and dumbbells.
Dumbbells, yeah.
He looked nuts.
Yeah, it was. You're right, but that made me feel like that. It was nice. So I was like, you know what? Like, fuck all this shit. Like, because you can't get away from it. You can't, like. I felt like this time it was just like there was no timeline. Like, it was just, I don't know. It got to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. It got to me. I was getting quite angry. I was getting a little bit pissed off. I was like, I need to vent. So I started venting on Instagram, and I started obviously like venting to Chanel about it. And I felt like, you know what I mean? This is shit. I was like, this is pissing me off, how we don't know what's going on. But now that you sort of know that schools are all closed, so that side of me, I know that that's all right. They're going to get the grant. Everything's going to be fine. We're all right. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just going to be fucking out of that bit of income. And then I'm going to... So I've got to invite Josh. And I also know that... what you can do with a barbell and dumbbell, etc. If you pretty much what I have kicked to is this more or better what they had in the 80s. Do you know what I mean?
Mate, if I'm actually considering, like, for example, my push session last night, I'm not limited by kit. I'm one of the fortunate ones. My push session last night, I think I had one machine exercise. Everything else, I did a dumbbell press, an incline barbell, a dip, a narrow grip barbell, and a cable lateral.
Yeah.
That's all I did.
Yeah, well, that's similar to my
one. Lockdown circumstances. So I find it bullshit when people say, I can't progress. You're 170 pounds wet. You can progress. You have not tapped out your physique, not even the slightest. If you are a Mr. Olympia and you're training with bands, then yes, you're going to get fucking small.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I'm not even limited with kit, because I do the incline press machines, etc., cable pec decks. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit like I've got nothing to worry about. But I was just thinking, it just, this whole sort of lockdown, so it just pissed me off more than anything, is that we didn't know what is going on. Like, I didn't like the uncertainty. But now I know that it is a lockdown. I feel like, right, we're in lockdown. That's it. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go.
Well, I was saying earlier to my mum, I was saying, do you think that the introduction of Tier 4, which was done obviously over the Xmas period, do you think that, yes, that was obviously to reduce the R rate and, make sure not as many people are mixing, but still have a decent Christmas in a way?
Yeah.
But then I think they always had the intention of bringing full national lockdown in place in January, almost like the tier system was just lubing us up so it didn't hurt as much.
I definitely felt like that. Because obviously it was Boxing Day. Well, we've been in it since Boxing Day. So it was already like, I mean, I know what you mean, but I guess if you had been like training in like Ultraflex and that's where you're living, that would have been more of a blow today, wouldn't it?
Yes. Josh. Yo.
Here he is.
How y'all doing?
He's eating. What are you eating?
I got pasta and chicken.
Oh, normal. Standard. You got no greens.
Look, see, he's a bodybuilder.
He's still a bodybuilder.
Mate. Oh, should I tell you how much weight I've lost?
You look really fit in the face.
How much weight have you lost?
How much weight? I've lost 14 kilos.
14 kilos.
Me,
What's that in
so-
pounds?
I was 108 about 9 weeks ago, and I'm 94 this morning.
That's not your stage weight.
Well, if I was going to compete, then yes, it was.
Oh, you can. Did you completely come off the subs? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm off everything. I trained yesterday for the first time in about 3 weeks. Excuse me. And it was good, man. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I'm not bodybuilding anymore. Like.
You're all sort of blown away. That's exactly my reaction when you told me. I was sort of blown away a bit.
There's nothing for me anymore, to be honest.
I'm not surprised at all.
I've got so many other things that I'm invested in. Like, you know, my coaching, I've just got into life coaching. Starting my podcast today. But like just hiking, just other shit, man. Just a different lifestyle. That's far more fulfilling. I'm much happier.
I love your mindset. You're so free spirited. You can just.
The thing is, man, I just realized that I'd gone past the point of enjoying bodybuilding, and I was pursuing something that everyone else thought I should be, when inside myself I already knew that it wasn't me, but I didn't want to own up to it, because it's a very difficult thing to destroy something you've created over 10 years, you know? To destroy a version of yourself that is all you know and venture into the unknown is a very difficult thing. It takes a very strong person to do that. And it was very hard. But now I don't think I could be happier. I actually don't know if I could. I don't think it's possible to be any happier than I am.
I want to see, that's amazing, mate, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to see, because at the end of the day, mate, like, to me, you've never all right, bodybuilding's been part of your identity in a way, but to me, like, you're my mate, so you being happy, that's just what I want.
Certainly,
but
man.
I'd be interested in seeing in a few months, even a few years, if you start to, because let's face it, mate, you want to be healthy, you're going to be training still. Luckily, you have the background, you have the bodybuilding background, knowing how to eat and how to train.
Here's the thing, all right? I'm still going to be a sexy motherfucker. Like, I have the body of my dreams, you know? Like, I look better than 99% of normal people.
Yeah.
And I'm not even trying, but now I'm back into training as well. I'm going to get back into eating as well. And, you know, and I'm going to be a really sexy motherfucker that's just living his life on his terms.
Yeah, I think some people are like, oh, well, if you're not bodybuilding, no point eating the diet.
What it is, all right? Like, so I just come to realize that the fitness industry, all right, the bodybuilding industry can be a terrible place, because it puts a lot of pressure on you to be something, all right? But you can be physically whatever you want and not have to be a bodybuilder or have to be any way part of the fitness industry. It just becomes part of who you are physically, you know? And I just don't want to be associated with the bodybuilding industry anymore. It doesn't fulfill me. Like, to get on stage and someone tell me like whether I'm good enough or not, it just doesn't do anything for me. Like, I'm really happy with how I look, and I don't need someone else to tell me that. And I feel like I have a lot of talents outside of bodybuilding that I can use to make the world a better place. And within the fitness industry, I feel that's a very small market for me to, not from a monetary standpoint either. I'm talking about making a difference to people's lives. And I feel like the fitness industry, by limiting myself to that, is a very small impact I can have on the world. Whereas by broadening my horizons and opening myself up and being my true self, I can have an impact on the world that I don't think many people can. I just want to change the world, man. I want to help people be happier. I feel like there's a lot of negativity in the world, and people don't know how to see the positives. And I really want to help people do that. And by being a bodybuilder, it doesn't work because people just look at me and go, "Oh, you look great," but they don't listen to what you have to say. So when you take that element out of it, they have to listen to what you say. And that's just, you know, that's kind of where I am now.
There needs to be more people like you about.
Yeah.
Be the change you wish to see in the world. You know, I'm living by that motto. I really do want to make a difference, man. You know, I've got massive goals, like huge. You know, in the next 5 to 10 years, I want to put schools all over the world. I want international schools teaching people how to be happy, not how to be a slave. I want to teach people how to find themselves, how to find fulfillment, harmony, peace within their life, and how to live a happy life every fucking day. I wake up with a smile on my face. I go to bed with a smile on my face. I enjoy every single part of my life, every single part. And there's so many parts of life that people neglect, especially when they get drawn into an industry like bodybuilding, which causes you to focus so much on your physical self that you fail to acknowledge the issues you have in other areas of your life. And I just want to help people see that, you know?
But it's like bodybuilding is something you can't force. Bodybuilding, right?
No,
like,
you can't.
Like what you're saying about what makes you feel really happy. Something for me that I've really realized, especially in a time where I've actually got I rarely think about things, but during the lockdown, I was a little bit concerned about things. Right? It's for me to get concerned about things that are outside of me weighing out my chicken is fucking unheard of. So. Mm-hmm. The thing is, what made me realize is that actually bodybuilding really gives me happiness in life.
Mm-hmm.
That without my bodybuilding, don't even know where I would be. I mean, I've got my wife. I've got to say that first before that. Fucking hell. My wife, my bodybuilding. That's all I need. I'm a happy man. I live in a one-bedroom flat. I couldn't give a fuck. I'm hired my bodybuilding. I've got my wife. I'm loving it.
You're very fortunate to have a happy life. You know, you have your own level of balance within your life. A lot of people fail to have that balance because they fail to look past the physical progress they're making. They don't see what's happening around them. You know, they have other areas of their life that they neglect. You know, I have done this. The cause of my happiness was I was so engulfed in something that didn't make me happy, and I was neglecting areas of my life that could have. And I couldn't see that, you know, because I was so fucking hell-bent on trying to improve my body and get bigger muscles, you know, and it wasn't for me. It just didn't do anything for me anymore. Like having big muscles doesn't do fuck all for me. Like it doesn't. Like being happy is so much more important than being big for me. This is personal, you know, but I feel like there's a lot of people who are in the same situation I've been in, don't even fucking realize it. You know, there's so many people like all they have is bodybuilding and the gym. And then, you know, when, for example, something like this happens, when you go into lockdown, things like that, like people they get so down about it. And I can understand it because it's very important to them. However, you got to accept the circumstances that you can't control. And you have to look at other areas of your life where you can invest energy to get positive energy back. You know, when people fail to see past that, do you know what I mean? It's like I just got really caught up in it, man. I got caught up in something that other people were telling me I should be. Like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. Like, I don't need to justify my reasons for bodybuilding exactly.
Of course not.
I just love the process, and I know I'm happy doing that process.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think where you're at right now is kind of me retired in about 10, 12 years. That's me. I want to train not for competing. I just want to train and eat to be healthy and enjoy life in other manners. And I think you're there already. I think, you know, people go say, oh, he stopped bodybuilding. No, don't think of it like that. He would have stopped bodybuilding at 35, 40 anyway, or whatever age. He's just retired a little bit earlier. And
of course, what it is, all right. Like a lot of people could look at this and go, "You got so much potential. Why are you throwing it away?" All right. And what I've realized is, yes, I have potential for bodybuilding, but I have so much more potential for so many other things. Like limit yourself. Like by me limiting myself to bodybuilding, there's other talents that I possess, which can help me make a difference and really like do what I want to do and love the process. So by sacrificing, 10 years of bodybuilding has taught me a lot, but I feel like I'm now starting my life. Like I've just come out of like this box that I was confined in, and I'm like, whoa, the world is so big and I'm fucking limitless. This is great. Like,
yeah. Sorry to butt in though, but like a lot of people say you can't force bodybuilding. It's a sport. You can't. It's hard. You can't force what you got to do. You can't force it if you like. If do you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
You're either into it and you're really into it. Like if you want to be a competitive bodybuilder, or you can't do it. And that's like I think a good example where the way you feel, and that because you're in touch with yourself, that you want like what, I can put my efforts into stuff that I really want to make me happy. Why do I? It's like why do I want to work for someone who I fucking hate doing? Like why do I want to work a so and so job? Why I'm going to go try and do this? Do you remember people say that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, if you want to be successful on stage as a bodybuilder and you want to be happy, which is your utmost priority, then you can't force bodybuilding.
Yeah.
No.
You won't be happy. You have to, Josh just said he's got potential in other things other than bodybuilding. I believe that whatever you're happiest doing is what you have the greatest amount of potential in.
It's like the thing is like I had a fire for bodybuilding, for the art of bodybuilding, the being able to express myself through my physical form, like create a canvas that I can fucking throw about and make epic, beautiful shit with. That's what gets my dick hard. Do you know what I mean? I can do that off stage. Like I can make a video of me posing and express that same shit. Yeah. Right? I don't need to get on stage to do it. That doesn't faze me. But I have a passion for helping people, for inspiring people, but showing people that you can be limitless. You can do whatever the fuck you want as long as you've got some balls and you've got some brains. And you don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do. It's like, you just gotta fucking do what makes you happy. You gotta figure out what drives you, what your purpose is, and then go at it with everything you've got, with a big fucking smile on your face. And when negativity presents itself to you, you bulldoze over it with a big fucking smile on your face. You don't dwell on it and let it weigh you down. You gotta fucking, like people are like, how are you so happy all the time? Because I fucking love my life. I love my life. I've created a life that I love. I'm not rich. I'm not famous. I don't fucking need to be. I need to enjoy the things I do from the moment I get up in the morning till the time I go to bed at night. And that's a successful day. That's happiness right there. Do you know what I mean? And when those things stopped becoming pursuing bigger and they became thinking bigger instead, then I had to make a sacrifice.
Well, it's not a sacrifice, just making the right choice for you, isn't it?
No, but it is a sacrifice because it's 10 years of work, It's like...
Oh, okay. Well, but the thing is...
It's very difficult to detach yourself from something that, like, for example, my ego, okay, was built on being a bodybuilder. Like, that was part of my entire being. Like, I was known for being a bodybuilder. I knew myself as a bodybuilder. My parents, my brother, my fucking friends, everyone knew me as a bodybuilder. So to strip yourself of that willingly is a very difficult thing to be able to do. It's the reason, it becomes very daunting because you're taking away your own comfort. You're like, this is what I know. I know this is me. And now I'm about to press the reset button on my life. Like, that's a fucking scary thing to do, but it's exciting. It's exciting. It's like, what more is there for me to do? What else can I achieve? What new ventures and opportunities are going to present themselves to me if I take myself out of my full comfort zone and I reset my entire life?
Yeah.
It's like outside of the things that there is new ventures and new opportunities. To a lot of people, they're very scary because people are afraid of the unknown. The unknown is the most exciting part of life because if you could predict your entire life, it'd be a pretty boring life, in my opinion, But people, they get caught in in jobs, relationships, places, friendships, social circles, sports. They get caught in all these things, and they don't have the balls to pull themselves out, even when they know it's not doing them any good, because they're scared that they don't know what's going to happen. So they'd rather be unhappy in a comfortable place that they know than potentially be happier going into the unknown, because they can't control the outcome. And most people have a pessimistic outlook towards the future and towards the unknown. There's a 50-50% chance the shit's going to go good or bad. Most people think it's going to go bad. It's why most people are unhappy, you know? So you just gotta jump in. It's like when you're standing on the edge of the fucking cliff and you gotta jump. Most people don't jump because they don't know what's gonna happen. And that fear of the unknown is what holds most people back from doing anything with their lives ever. Because the reality is, life is fucking short. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You're told that you can't, but that's bullshit. Once you realize that that isn't true, you literally are limitless. But when most people are standing on the edge of the cliff, they shit themselves. And they don't know what, they won't take the leap. Once you take that leap, these wings open that you didn't even know you had, and then you start seeing the world from a higher perspective with a broader view and with a crystal clear view. Then the mist clears and you're like, fuck, I can do anything I want. You know?
Yes, mate. I have consultations daily with prospective clients, as you have in the past. You were a coach. And I see people coming to me with their goals, and I often wonder what's their why, and they don't really know. It's almost like they just feel like they should do it.
This is the thing, though.
Yeah.
This is exactly it.
I'll be honest, mate. I've just had a consultation today, and I've come away thinking I can't tell him like you need to actually evaluate your life and see what makes you happy, because what you're doing, you're spinning your wheels with your training and your bodybuilding with your goal in mind, but you're actually torturing yourself from the inside out.
Pretty much what I was doing.
Because I know for me, as soon as I stop enjoying the process of making a physique for stage, bodybuilding stops for me competing, and I just start making myself healthy, and I get on with life in other modalities. As you know, right now you're reminding me a lot of what Dorian's done. To be honest, he's gone away and he's totally changed his outlook on life. But I see so many people that they don't really know if they're happy or not, because they
don't, mate. Most people don't know themselves well enough to know if they're happy. People don't give themselves time. They're always distracting themselves with shit. They're always scrolling through their phones. They're always watching shit on TV. They don't take the time to sit with themselves and actually ask themselves who the fuck they are. It's most people's problem.
More people are bodybuilders nowadays that aren't really bodybuilders.
Well, here's something I'm doing with my brother, right? So basically, I'm just gonna throw this out there just because it's something I was gonna announce like tomorrow or whatever. But basically, what I'm doing is because I want to get back to the bodybuilding community, and obviously, I've started my life coaching venture, which I'm fucking sick at, to be honest. Like I'm really fucking good at it. I love it. It's my passion. But I've passed all my clients that want to work with my brother to my brother. Okay. So what we're going to do.
I've just had a consult with
one of my old clients.
One of your clients who did speak to your brother.
Yeah. I told him, I said, whether you go with Jack or Dan, great choice. I spoke very highly of you to him. But what I'm going to do, we're going to do a collaboration where Jack is obviously, he does the nutrition training side. He's fucking great at it as well. I want to give my brother a chance to shine because he's so quiet that people don't know what he's capable of, But I want to do a collaboration where I'm going to be offering his client, that anyone who wants to work with Jack on a bodybuilding level, as a package, life coaching on the side as well, to help guide them through their life. Because I feel like there's so many areas that are neglected when people get into this bodybuilding shit, that they don't actually know what the fuck they're doing. And I feel like a lot of people need a lot of guidance. Do you know what I mean? And I want to give back to the bodybuilding world by doing this, by helping people, actually figure out where they want to go with it and not just get caught up on their physique, but actually understand the other areas of their life that need evaluating as well. I think it's very important. It's overlooked massively.
I think you're going to convince a lot of people that they don't need coaching anymore in bodybuilding, and that they don't actually love bodybuilding, and they're going to completely fuck off the whole
Probably
thing.
because the reality is, man, the actual people who do love bodybuilding is a very small amount of people. Most people like the idea of bodybuilding more than bodybuilding itself. And then they want to get on stage because they think it's going to make them Insta famous and give them photos to put on their Instagram, which means fuck all. It's pointless. It's bullshit. Like, people have the wrong concept of pretty much of this entire sport. And I kind of want to open people's eyes to it because I feel like it's making a lot of people unhappy. You know, a lot of people depressed and anxious and all this shit because they actually don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Do you know what it is? Right now, there is a lot of people that say they're bodybuilders, but they're not really bodybuilders, right? Back in the 90s, 80s, 70s, if you were a bodybuilder, you were definitely a bodybuilder. And it's social media. It's a world that doesn't exist. It's like RuneScape. On RuneScape, you could be the wizard. And you convince yourself, you know, that's who you are, that's your identity in RuneScape. And then you step out of it, you're not really.
Exactly.
That's what social media has done.
Certainly, man. I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more. And the thing is, I want to help people understand that you can look however the fuck you want and not have to step on stage. Like, you don't have to be part of the bodybuilding world to be sexy as fuck. Like, it's down to you to create a physique. You don't have to show it off. You can just be happy with it and pursue other things if bodybuilding really isn't for you. Because I see so many people getting caught up in body. And I love bodybuilding. And I'm not trying to take people away from it. I'm just trying to help people realize if they really do or really don't want to be part of it. Do you know what I mean?
And I think for the people that you figure out that really, really is their niche, you're going to drive them even further because you've just opened their eyes up. Shit, this is what I really want.
Exactly. Because I feel like everyone has a purpose and everyone has passion within them, but most people get so caught up in things that they think they should be doing that they don't even give time to the things that they actually would be good at or would enjoy doing. They don't give it time. They're like, I'm a bodybuilder. I hate this shit, but it's what I got to do because every other fucker's doing it. But I'm not going to try X, Y, and Z because I'm a bodybuilder. And it's like, yeah, but what you got to understand is you might try X and love it so much that you just become a sexy motherfucker that does X instead of a bodybuilder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
and I feel like there's also a lot of things, like the psychological side of bodybuilding, like the psychological side, the effect it can have. I want to help people with that as well because I feel like that's overlooked.
I love this is how I know bodybuilding is for Josh. He is so he doesn't have really a fucking clue what you're talking about.
No, I know.
That just tells me though, he just loves to bodybuild.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, mate. And I love it. I love that. I love that Josh, all right? I love that, Josh. I love that you are actually happy doing exactly what you want to do. That's the whole purpose of life. That's all you need to be in life. Exactly. All you have to do is exactly what the fuck you want, something you love, with someone you love, and be fucking happy doing it. And look at you. You're living your best life, bro. It's perfect.
Yeah, but I get.
So not many people are in that position.
Yeah,
not just in bodybuilding, in other areas of life as well.
I think that's the biggest thing, though, is actually touching on it. Is that a lot of people are doing things that they don't want to do because they're in comfort. They're like, it's comfortable. Yeah, it's comfortable. That's all right. I would actually like to go and do this for a living, but you know. I'll stick in this because this is comfortable. And I'm like, for me, especially, like I really, really, really found myself when I started bodybuilding, training, and I've met a really group of good mates, my best man at my wedding, like some fucking people that I was like, oh my God, like these, yeah, like, do you know what I mean? Like you guys, like, it's like, this is the shit. And I'm like, I want to make this, I want to make money from doing this. I don't want to be able to just like bodybuild and not have to like travel to a college and have to work for a little bit. I want to just do this. But even when I do go there, all I talk about is bodybuilding.
Yeah,
No
no,
one knows what I'm talking about. I'm like just doing a few biceps, you know what I mean? See what people say. This is brilliant.
I love it, mate. Honestly, like the fact that you are happy just makes me fucking smile, bro. Like, I love that. I think that.
I was going to say, I spoke to my training partner, and he said, basically, a good example. I'll let people know. My brother was a college lecturer, clever guy. My brother is probably the cleverest person I've met. Cause he could pick up my third year exercise physiology book, university degree, never done fucking exercise physiology, read it, and for it to kind of make sense. He could come up and look at, and it would make sense. And I'm like, how have you done that? Picks up the guitar, learns to play it. Oh my God, like, clever bloke, right? If he wanted to be a doctor, he probably could, because he's smart. I didn't get that gene. But he was like, fuck this. And his job wasn't making him happy. So he's gone to live in a van with his missus, and he travels Europe. He's stuck in Spain at the minute, but it makes him happy. And I was like, fuck, like, I was surprised. I thought he would do some like guitar and stuff would make him happy, like music. But it's like the going out, like that's what he wanted to do. When I spoke to my training partner, the thing is, he says, whatever makes you happy is what you will do. And if it makes you happy, you'll be successful at it. And he told me that. And like, he was into like property and stuff. And like when he came out of bodybuilding back in the 80s, he's an old man. And he was telling me, and he made like his money from property. He's into it. He's like, he reads books. He's like, I was telling me I want to invest, and he's like, oh, here's a fucking book, and it was a magazine book of like Property Now. I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, have I read it? No, but I should. You know what I mean? But this is what you say is so true about people, and there is a massive thing what Dan touched up on, what I think is fucking excellent about social media being an influence of people getting on the stage. But then a big thing is just like, you are gonna fucking struggle. Like, you won't be able to adhere to a diet and shit like that.
It's not about. It's like it's more struggling with like actually enjoying it. Like, what I just don't.
Point. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, bodybuilding is taxing on the body. Sport, like fighting, it's taxing. Marathon runners, look at them when they're retired. They look like a withered old little Rod Dow. Like, it's taxing. Exercise taxes your body. Bodybuilding, it taxes your body. But at the end of the day, it's fucking enjoyable. It's fucking amazing. Like, I love it. Like, do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Who wants to run fucking do an Ironman? Like an Ironman's like, they do like a marathon, they do a massive swim and 120 miles. Who wants to do that? That sounds crazy to me, but there's some crazy cunts out there who love that shit.
Well, the thing is, it's like everyone has their thing.
Exactly.
That's why you can't judge people. You shouldn't judge people because you do what you fucking want. Let other people do what the fuck they want. Like, fuck judging people. Oh my God, look at him. Oh my God, look at you. Like, what? It's not, I just don't get it. I don't get it. You know.
Oh,
but yeah.
TV in the background.
What's that?
Is that TV in the background?
Yeah, that's the TV in the background.
What's on it?
Oh, it's just like Google Chromecast.
I thought you were playing Diablo or something. No, are we going to touch up on, because we haven't actually done an episode pre-Olympia. I don't know if we have. I don't know. We Olympia, Christmas, New Year's. Are we going to get into that?
Christmas, man. Christmas was lovely. So I had, so totally off plan, I had 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th off. I trained a couple of days, apart from I had an extra rest day, and I just like did a pumpy arm workout with my brother. That was quite fun.
You look huge. I saw that.
Yeah.
You look mental.
That was fun. We just do that kind of Christmas Day thing. It's just a bit of fun, and then get away for a little bit. Then New Year's Eve I had off as well, and it was lovely, mate. To be honest, totally off plan. Like my family expect this every year because on the rest of the year I'm totally on plan. And it's a way for me just to be totally present. I ate so much food. Oh, it was so good.
Love it, bro.
I went OTT quite a few times and I regretted that just because the way it made me feel. But like fucking no damage done, to be honest.
But you didn't. All right. I like what you said there. That makes me very happy to hear. I regret it because of how it made me feel, but you don't regret it.
Oh no, fuck no, fuck no.
Good. No, that's good. That's a healthy place to be.
I am like no damage done. My body's like a fucking furnace right now. I am. So my pre-Christmas weight was 241. This morning I was 238.
Whoa! Are you doing a competition soon, Dan?
I am. So yeah, and I'll get into that in a minute. Comp stuff, but I found a love for gin.
Gin. You know what? I saw it. I'm pretty sure I saw it on Maddie's Instagram story. And you were getting up, and I was like, "My fucking G, yes."
Gin's strong as fuck, man. Like what are you mixing with that?
You're a bit tipsy at the time, weren't you?
We like so we mix it with lemonade because it takes the bitterness out of it. Okay. So generally, like a double or triple shot with the rest of the lemonade, and then yeah, mate. Oh, I got into. So we tried a couple on New Year's. The one I liked before, which we had over Christmas, was Parma Violet gin. Really nice.
My mum loves Parma Violet gin. You get along with my mum.
It's my favourite. I don't care if it's a girl's drink. It's my favourite.
Hey, think about your girl's drink. Insecure men do that.
And then we had one from Malfi, which was like a blood orange. A bit more of an acquired taste, but yeah.
Look at him, he's a fucking expert now. It was an acquired taste.
But
I enjoyed it nonetheless.
Yeah. Mate, I just love now that I've got something for special events like Christmas and New Year's, because people say, "Oh, I have a bit of alcohol."
Bro,
it wasn't me trying to be hardcore. I just didn't like it.
Bro, take a minute. Take a minute to look at where you are now compared to where you were a year ago.
Huge.
Oh yeah, you opened my eyes up to
on a personal level. On a personal level, think of who you are. The growth you've had in a year. Not only on a physical level, which is crazy, by the way. Like, I don't know if anyone has made as much progress as you in the UK. Like, it's quite scary, the transformation in your physique.
Jace is making a lot of progress.
Yeah, okay, but I'm just talking
he's not in the UK. He's in Dubai. Don't count.
I'm not talking about anyone else. I'm talking about you, all right? This is done time. But look at you, physically where you were a year ago. But not just that. As an individual, with your persona, look at how far you've come, man. I'm so proud of you, bro. It's insane.
Well, someone had something to do with that, didn't they?
Of course, mate. I'm so happy for you. You know what? I'm going to cheers my coffee to you because I'm very proud of you. And you too, Mr. Ginger Josh. You're now a married man, which we haven't even said on here. And again, mate, incredible.
Wow. Gee. The thing is, on Christmas, I had Christmas Eve evening sort of off, and then Christmas Day, I had there we go. I had whiskey. I always have a whiskey Christmas Eve, so it's on my drink. But I tell you what, my mum poured it, right? She goes, "I'll pour you one." She didn't pour this. I had Jack Daniels on the rocks, right? So just ice with Jack Daniels. You know, it's a sipping whiskey. Like you don't have a lot, right? She gives me a glass like this full. I looked at it was like brimming at the top. I was like, what the fuck is this? I drank it, like, haven't drunk for a year, right? Exactly a year having a drink. Drunk it like I was drinking water. And I was like, fucking hell, this is strong. So right, I feel a bit funny getting up. I was fucked. I had about 4 of them and I couldn't fucking see.
Josh, what I was going to say is the change that you see mentally in me. My bodybuilding mentality has always been the same.
Of course.
Me because of this one.
But you've actually started to open up to your life.
Yeah, I've grown as a person so much.
Mate, I think we can all I think we can say that 2020 has been a great year for all 3 of us.
Yeah.
For sure.
An incredible year. Regardless of all. Has it been a good year for you, Maddie?
Yeah, I changed jobs twice this year. left one I wasn't happy in, moved in here. Yeah.
You found me. Like, fuck
Found
me.
Dan, yeah.
I mean, you're a lucky woman if you found Dan.
That should have been the first one.
You know what? Like, with everything going on in the world, this like in 2020, for it to be like such a good year for all of us, it makes you so happy, man.
Here we go. Right, we can ask Manny some questions. Does Dan snore at night?
Not badly.
Not badly.
Did he snore worse when he was fatter?
Yes. Well, I'd always try and be asleep before him. I'm like, if it happens, I'm not getting sleep. But no.
Oh,
I just smother him with a pillow.
Discreetly.
Does he take up most of the bed, or does he crawl up?
1 minute.
Oh.
1 minute. You.
I like having most of the bed because I sleep facing the wall, so my butt and my back always arch out.
Oh.
He kind of has to curve round me.
Oh no.
Dan's making some sacrifices there.
Yeah, Dan's gonna get like a bad back, not from deadlifting, it's from fucking sleeping like that.
Sleeping in an awkward extended position. It's fine.
I actually had it in my head until that fucked up. What's the most annoying thing?
Let her sit here because I need to go for a wee anyway. You get on.
Okay.
Here we go. We're gonna get the info, Josh. We're gonna get the info. Dan can't hear us. Put the headphones on.
This is where he has to sit and read it and watch it later because he'll blood and trust you.
What's the most annoying thing that Dan does in the flat?
If he does anything annoy him.
Say the only thing is timing.
Timing. Elaborate. Oh, she's frozen.
Can't get right. Shit.
The what? Sorry.
That's the only thing. The timing on like if you're meant to be doing something, it'll always happen an hour later. So I have to adjust my clock now that I know.
No. Okay. So Dan doesn't keep track of time very well.
No, because he wakes up in the morning without a clock or anything. He just gets up when he gets up.
And he just does his shit. Like his routine dictates the timing doesn't matter. He just does everything in order.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to live, I mean.
What? Okay, so his meal one's at 7:30, so he has to have cardio done by 6. But if he doesn't wake up, he doesn't wake up.
Okay.
All right. But
Okay.
do you get annoyed at Dan? Here you go. This is a good one because I live with my missus. When you're in the shower or having a bath and he comes in to do a shit. Has that happened yet?
He's never done that.
He hasn't done it?
No.
Would you get annoyed if he came in? You're having a shower and you're washing your hair because it always takes longer for girls to wash their hair. And you come in, right? Just like as you've started washing your hair. He's bursting as well. Like he's at something funny that it hasn't gone down. But it's going to be a bad one.
I'd get out and be like, I'll come back after. You've had Biscoff, I've had Biscoff. So we've both got the shits.
Oh no! Give Dan a tub of Biscoff for his birthday.
Oh, Biscoff is so good, but we both realise it doesn't sit well. It's the only thing that we can't both eat.
Christmas Day.
Oh no! Christmas Day was a mess in that toilet.
No, and mildly hungover as well, so just everything hurts, and it's like.
Oh no!
Oh, no. Get those muscle cramps.
So you take a shit and the top of your head hurts, you know? You're like, oh, why?
You get like the day before, you're like, what is this?
I feel hazy. I always get like hazy when I get hungover. I don't really know what's going on.
See, I don't drink. That's why I rather smoke though, because there's no hangover. You have a good time, and there's no hangover.
I can't smoke because I'm really hyperactive. If something tries to bring me down, I get worse because I try and.
So you go opposite effect.
No, but this is the thing, though, right? So I'll smoke, and I don't go. I go. Woo! Yeah, it's great. It's fucking. It's like the complete opposite to what any normal person would do. They're like, have a smoke and chill, and I'm like, no, let's have a smoke and go do something fun.
Yeah, I can smoke, but it does chill me out. But I'm fully functional.
Yeah, man. I'm
I
fully
smoked a
functional.
lot. I smoked a lot in like 2 years of sixth form. That's all I fucking did. So I used to get home from sixth form, meet with my mate, and we would roll joints. And they were a little bit older than me, so that's all they did all day. So I just come home, roll it up, and I only worked like 3 times a week.
I'm not that
Great.
hardcore.
Oh no, back then that's all I did. It was sitting there and I was just like, we get blazed and we just blazed the fuck out of like as much as we could to see if someone would pass out. Then I would be fully functional and everyone else would be like blazed and I would just take photos of people fucked up on his settee. So like I could probably find photos from like, what, about 2015, 2014 and just like of my mates just like this, like fucked up. I've got a picture of my mate with like a pizza that we did actually start stealing slices out from under his lap because he was asleep. He'd been asleep for 2 hours. He wasn't eating the pizza. It was like slowly taking him out. And this is a Wednesday. Like, this isn't even a Saturday. This is a Wednesday. I'm going to school the next day. Like,
do you know, if you smoke now though, do you not get the munchies?
I haven't smoked
for
a year.
I don't know. I mean, I just enjoy my normal food.
Oh, okay. Nah,
Yeah.
I eat like pizzas and bags of
Yeah, the thing is, it's like I don't really eat. I don't eat any shit. I don't like how it makes me feel.
Yeah.
So if I did have the munchies, I'd probably put maybe more rice on my plate. Like, it's sad, but or just have like a bigger bowl of oats. Like, I still eat like bodybuilders, you know. I eat what makes me feel good, and I do the same.
That's fucking.
Yeah. Huh?
We're sitting there on a podcast talking about weed. It's all right.
Yeah.
But it's all right. The coppers are more interested in locking up you going to the gym at the minute. So we're all right.
Exactly.
We can openly talk about smoking fat joint. So the thing is, though, like, now like you guys have talked about, like, the level that I was into it, I was like, I went to Amsterdam. Have you been there?
I've never been to Amsterdam.
You ever been to Amsterdam?
We're looking at
Amsterdam. Take Dan to Amsterdam.
Right? Take Dan.
Take Dan.
Oh, we should do a mass discussion retreat
to Amsterdam. Man, I'd just be getting blazed the fuck out of
the munch discussion.
Like, there's been times in my life where I've bought ounces of weed. Like, I've bought, there's been times in my life when I've gone halves on an ounce with my mates for my birthday. And that's gone over. That's gone off on a weekend. Like, we've gone through it. Like, me and a few of my friends, we've gone through it on a weekend. And then
that's hardcore, man.
It's not. It's just like we just were like, let's just get really fucked up and try and make someone get fucked up. That was my mission. Because, like, there's a level with smoke, isn't there? Like, you can smoke, and some people like me, I can shit and I can be fine. I can keep going. I know I can keep going. Pretty sure there's someone who could outsmoke me and put me to sleep. Don't get me wrong. But I could keep on going. But we had friends that would smoke, but just never could gain tolerance to it. So, like, you'd give them a joint, and then you'd get like a 20s, or you get foot, and you like, yeah, let's just put like half of this in here, right? And we'll just
I love that, like, this podcast is supposed to be bodybuilding, and we've gone from like some really deep life shit to talking about like Christmas and drinking and shitting, and then, you know, smoking weed. Like, this is great. It's fantastic.
Bodybuilding, weed's got a good purpose in bodybuilding. It can help your appetite.
Don't say that. That's bad advice to give to people, bro. Every fucker's gonna be smoking now. Well, Josh said it. Ginger Josh got a big beard. Ginger Josh got a big beard, so he must be really clever and know exactly what he's talking about. So if he tells me to do something, I'm gonna do it because he's a wise man.
Better than drinking, that's for sure. Drinking's a real special occasion. You could get away with doing a weekly joint, couple of joints, but I mean,
it's illegal. You can't tell people that it's illegal.
What I'm saying is what I did when I was young and as a teenager. We'd get real fucked up. Yeah. Like we were looking to get fucked up, and the worst thing is, right? I'm not naming names, but we would all go. Well, not myself. We would all drive home. Like, we would go. We had one friend, and we could talk him into driving anywhere for us, right? We go, let's go to McDonald's, and he'd go, no, I'm too blazed to drive. And we'd go, what if we smoke one on the way, and we can all smoke? It'd be brilliant. And he had a 4-door car. Let me think about it. And you'd be like, He'd start rolling the joint, and he'd be like, "Yeah, let's go." So you'd have like 4 people in his car, all the windows down, and this is December. Like, this is not fucking. You shouldn't have the windows down. And we're sitting there like we're listening to Cypress Hill. You know, like I want to get high. Like if you haven't listened to that song, listen to. We were the baitest people. We roll up there. We roll up there in the drive-through. We're like, "Yeah, let's go." Get like, and you have dinner.
You see now, and you're like, "What are they doing with their lives?"
That was
like,
me.
Hey, if you're that person now, there is a silver lining at the end.
You got when you see people like that, Josh, you gotta be like, boys. I know you're having fun, but you know, I'd recommend you stop. It ain't gonna go well. You like find your way, bro.
No, for sure. You got to have a hold on it. Definitely have a hold on that shit.
I love this podcast. There you go, Maddie. Enlighten us with something.
Come on, then.
Contribute towards the. Pardon?
Yeah. I started my new job at Aldi yesterday.
Yes? And how are you finding that?
What?
To get a discount?
Yeah, I'm not telling you that.
Well, the thing is, because then Dan's just going to get all his food from there.
No, he hasn't bought anything from there yet. If he hasn't gone to those shops, he's a snob.
He's a snob. The thing is, my missus works for Argos, but she means she gets a discount for Sainsbury's.
Oh, yeah, because they're in at Sainsbury's.
Sainsbury's owns it, so
man works in Asda, so I get a discount in Asda.
Hey, man, see, like everyone's like, "How did
we're the discount crew?"
That's the thing is, that people will be like,
"They're so good."
What's that?
You get good benefits with it as well, like memberships to gyms and stuff like that. Not that
really.
Pardon me.
That's still big. Life's
sorry. I just let one off there.
Well, congratulations on your new job.
Thank you. Yeah, so that was me. It was
Are you going to compete?
Not if I do it. It won't be for a year or 2. I'm just enjoying.
How long have you been training?
How
long have you been training?
Consecutively, about 18 months, 2 years-ish.
Okay, so then you're going to give yourself another year before you compete?
Yeah. I think if I did it, I'd have to build a hell of a lot because I did a cut with Cal and I was tiny and I was like, I'm not doing bikini. So if I'm going to do figure, it's going to take another year at least.
You do figure.
And have you found you've become more consistent and engulfed in bodybuilding since being with Dan?
No.
Have you not?
No. I sit at
Pardon?
night on the sofa like eating crisps and dips and stuff like that, and he's eating his meal prep and he's like, cool. And I sit have a gin and I'm like, do you want one? He's like,
love it.
Yeah.
I was curious.
He is so involved in his routine that I like having my own little weird habits and routines.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Dips. You're talking about trips and dips. What's the favorite dip with the crisps?
Garlic and onion.
That's a very good one.
I'm really stinky.
What's the
or salsa.
Or salsa.
Salsa. Straight up salsa. With some Doritos.
Oh, what 3 crisps are we going for though? We've got the little dip selection. We've got those other 3 that you get in there, but don't get touched. And then you got those 2. What we get? So you got
to set the table up with 3 dips and 3 bowls of crisps. What are we doing?
Here you go.
I'm voting salsa, 100%.
Okay.
He wants a cheese dip, but I'm not about cheese dip.
I'm all about that garlic and herb, you know?
Yes. Okay. I like garlic. I don't care if my breast stinks.
Like I would legit go to Domino's just to buy the garlic and herb dip for my crisps.
That one's so good.
See, I'm a fucking genius.
Just for the crisps, you buy a £20 pizza for a fucking £1.
I wouldn't even buy a pizza. I'd be like, nah, fuck that. I want the crisps.
We had Papa John's. The Papa John's garlic and herb dip is a letdown compared to Domino's.
Of course it is. No one can compete with Domino's garlic and herb dip. It's the best thing to come out of Domino's.
But I like the Papa John's pizza more.
That's the dip is from Domino's. That's why I'm not buying a Domino's pizza. I just go in there and I'm going, motherfucker, give me one of those big ass dips. That's all I want.
Give me a jug of dip.
And some cookies, because the cookies are
the cookies.
Well,
I never had them.
I would rape a box of cookies without shouting it out.
Even get the question. Well, what crisps are we going for though? We got 3 crisps.
All right, what crisps? I'm saying, all right, Pringles. Fucking, I love.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Pringles. What flavor?
3 crisps would you go for, Maddie?
Like the hot ones, the hot Pringles.
I've not had them.
Are they the chili ones?
I don't know. Ready salted and sour cream.
They're fucking, honestly, they are banging.
Or I like the sour cream. I'm a bit weird. Everyone's like,
Sour cream, they're banging. Sour cream and chai, oh, love it.
So we're going to make a lot of hungry people here. Everyone's smoking to this podcast and everyone's...
I know we got...
After getting stoned, this is the banquet you choose.
Yes. All right, En. Well, we gotta have a piece of, we gotta have a dessert as well. So what dessert we got?
What were the 3 crisps? We didn't even...
I said
Pringles. One box of Pringles.
1 box of hot Pringles.
I like the pop chips and ones like that. They're like air fried with barbecue.
Pop chips.
Right.
Okay,
we got one more. We got one back.
And they're low in calories.
Yeah.
One more. The last bag. What's the last bag of crisps?
You've got to choose, man. We've chosen. We're waiting for you, son. Doritos have got to be in the mix, haven't they?
I don't know. I like the chili heat wave ones, but you guys, sensations, the chili ones.
I mean, do you know what? I fucking love, Quavers. Quavers are fucking great.
What's it? My favorite as a kid.
Skips. Remember Skips? Skips are fucking epic. Hula hoops. Fill your fingers and munch them off. Banging. Oh my God. There's so much to choose from.
You only eat healthy food. Josh, you're
I'm writing down a list right now. I'm like, I'm going to fuck the healthy food. I'm going to crisp rampage tonight. I'm going to get super blazed and fuck all the crisps up.
You're going to get fucked up.
I'm going to go live on Instagram and I'll be like, guys, we did a podcast, and I'm just like, I can't help myself.
You barely open your eyes. You just barbecued as fuck. You're like, whoa. What? Like, if people are answering questions, you just sort of like take like a 4-5 second pause before you have to answer them. Just so fucked up. What?
When you go, which one of you said that? And they're like, there's no one else here.
There's no one else here. That's when you know you got fucked up.
You're actually sitting in a room on your own.
There's someone there. You're like, yeah, okay.
Oh, the worst one is when people are really blazed up and you get like a hot rock falls off and goes through your mate's car. And you just look at each other like, put your hand over it like that didn't happen.
Hey, I've been in the house, all right? I've been in the house with the patio doors open in the night, and I've been like, who's outside? And I go outside, there's no one outside. I'm like, I think I'm really high.
All right, are we gonna finish the podcast off with a bit of bodybuilding shit? We got
Let's go.
The Mr. Olympia. Maddie, what's the Mr. Olympia?
We need Mr. Bastic here present for this also.
Here we go, yeah.
He's like lying on the sofa watching me, telling me his answer.
Crazy bitch. Look at it.
Oh,
what are you doing? She's deaf. She's completely deaf. She has no idea what she's doing. Oh. What are you doing?
Really? Completely deaf?
Completely and utterly deaf.
Wow.
How do you like wake her up and stuff then without like scaring her?
Okay.
I tend to just touch her. I touch her and she'll go, "Oh, it's you. I love you."
Hey.
Right. So we've got a few more minutes left of the podcast. We may as well finish it off with a late Mr. Olympia wrap up. How did you guys find the Olympia? What did you think of it? Who took your breath away? Let's go.
I thought the judging was great, and everyone who won deserved to win. And yeah, Chris Bumstead owned the classic. No one could touch him. Sean Clarida deserved to win. He looked fucking insane.
Yeah.
Incredible. So underrated. I'm so happy he won. And Big Ramy was mind-blowing.
Well, didn't I say this last podcast? You said you hated everything about him. And I said, look, just give him to the Olympia.
Yeah.
Let him sort out a mistake.
I take my hat off to the man. He looked remarkable. To be that pleasing with that much size. See.
He did, yeah. He like that. Yeah, he was. I think you said it, Dan. You said something that Ramy was actually probably the most complete and the most the complete bodybuilder on that stage.
He was. Yeah. Do you know what? All right, I genuinely don't think that outside of the competitors that place first in classic, 212 and open, anyone else came close. I think they all owned their first place.
Yeah. I would have, just in the open, I would have had Haddy beating Phil.
Yes, I could agree with this.
Possibly Bonac as well. I think Bonac looked phenomenal.
Yeah. Phil was a shadow of himself.
Yeah, but it was going to happen.
It was inevitable, 100%. Stop barking, you crazy bitch. What are you barking at?
Yeah. Brandon came in. Brandon was sharp.
Brandon.
Very sharp from his hamstrings were
compared to last year. You looked how sharp he was.
It's his legs though, isn't it? Like compare, like you look at Ramy and Ramy's just so much more complete.
Do you think though that Brandon's legs are where the insertions are? Just make it.
I just don't think. Yeah, I don't.
He could have massive legs, but they would just still look.
I don't. Yeah, I think his insertions are wank. Like for like the caliber body.
I personally saw Haddy coming second.
Haddy is just class, man.
Yeah, but Haddy
he's a very complete bodybuilder, you know.
He looks like Kamal, same kind of thing.
He's just he's like a denser, a more he's got that polished look to him as well, you know. Like
the skin tone as well.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the skin, not just the tone. I think it's that like the actual this skin, you know.
Yeah, Arab skin.
Yeah, it's just got this look to it. It's like polished.
Looked onion skin.
Yeah,
onion skin. I like that. Yeah. Onion skin.
I think Chris Bumstead looked silly. Like I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, there's a level of confidence coming from him.
All of that as well was done on no trend. That's what I can't believe. It's unreal. No trend. It was just test, wasn't it?
Have you seen the improvements in through his back though? His weakest area. Fucking unreal. Like you're right. I've always thought that Breon is like, I like Breon, but then I saw that and I was like, whoa, this motherfucker just owned the stage.
I really liked Terence as well.
Terence has got such a beautiful physique. It is incredible. Did he come second?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he did, didn't he? Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, Terence deserves second. Terence, everything is posing. He was very confident as well. His condition was incredible. His shape is just mind blowing. He's just really short.
Really short.
It is though. Like you got Chris, who's like 6'1", and then you got Terence Ruffin, who's like 5'5". You can't really compete against a guy who's 6'1" that looks like that. You can't.
No.
Yeah, that's very true.
Another talking point, going back to the Open, was the battle for that kind of 6, 7, 8 spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because you had Akin Williams, and then you had Ian and Hunter, and there was obviously the rivalry between Ian and Hunter.
Yeah.
I think going forward, Akin's going to be pushing the top 3.
He's immense.
Yeah.
He has everything to be an incredible open competitor.
Yeah, then Hunter and Ian as well. I see Hunter making larger strides than Ian in the future.
Yeah, I certainly think so. I think Hunter's got a more pleasing physique. Hunter's like his old man, but morphed into a giant, you know?
Just dense.
And he's got such a pleasing physique. He's one of my favorite bodybuilders.
Yeah.
And Ian's just got a freak factor to him.
When he brings it like that, yeah.
He is a freak though. Like he's so big and wide, you know? He's like a fucking tank.
He was really sharp. Ian was
epic. Sharp. He was fucking class, man.
Yeah.
I was actually really impressed by the standard
of the whole thing.
I feel like it was a very good standard Olympia, considering circumstances as well. The fact that it's been such a shit year, for that to be such a good lineup across all categories was very impressive.
That's what we said. It's one of those years that shows the people that will put the work in, even though they didn't have a good
that's the year that separates the people that really want it from the ones that just dabble, you know.
It was like competitive in like in the top 10, like everyone who was fighting for their spot was
But exactly.
wasn't it? It was like
I said, I feel like first place in each category was undeniably first place. I do not. No one could have been second who came first. But from second to fourth, then fourth to eighth, there was like so much competition. It was fucking epic.
yeah, it was exciting.
I think the 212s was a little bit closer in terms of.
Yeah.
I would agree with Sean. Definitely was just too much.
Far too much, man. You know, Kamal looked good, and he's obviously he's improved in size. I mean, the improvements at his age are fucking insane.
He's old.
He's fucking crazy. He's like a little Dexter Jackson.
He could be my daddy.
Literally, he is your daddy.
He's your daddy.
He's all of our daddy.
Maybe might be. You don't know. But no, Sean really, really, really did like take my breath away.
Do you know what the best part was though? Is like Sean wasn't even in talks for winning.
No.
I had him in talks for winning.
Yeah, but most people overlook it. Like he doesn't put himself out there, you know?
He didn't.
He's very quiet.
He just keeps it. He's like, I do my life and I'm a really good bodybuilder, but I don't really show it off much. But here I am winning my Olympia because I deserve it.
Yeah, well, he works fucking hard. Like we've seen how he trains. He's stop.
Motherfucker gained like 14 pound or 12 pound in a year.
And the guy on his frame to do that, I said he looked like a mix between a mini Ronnie Coleman and Flex Wheeler.
But have you seen his insertions? Have you seen how much? Have you seen his rear double?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That was probably the physique that shocked me the most. Like thinking about it now, I'm like, I got a Sammy. Like I have a Sammy.
Was he? How tall is he?
He's like 5'4".
5'1", no, he's 5'1".
He's like very short. Yeah,
5'1".
He's very short.
Very short.
Fuck, mate. To be all right, I was looking at it this way. I'm like, right, I'm 5'7", 5'8", and I was 180 on stage last time I stepped on stage. He was 180 and he's 5'1", and I'm like, fuck.
And not to mention, he was like stone.
He was so peeled, mate. There wasn't an ounce of fat. I reckon he lost his foreskin for that show. Like for real, motherfucker didn't have nothing.
You fucked. No.
Next year, I want to see in that lineup. I want to see Flex Lewis, Nathan Diasha, James Hollingshead. I want to see Hector, Mark Hector make the Olympia as well.
Mate, do you know what? I feel like bodybuilding's improved.
Yeah.
I feel like there was 2 years where it was shit, and now it's like back up there. And I'm like, yeah.
I'd say bodybuilding's improved. I don't know if it was shit.
no, but I like you look at the standard from like the year before and the year before that, and for a professional bodybuilders at the highest level in the universe, the biggest show in the world, it was shit.
I can only think of one person who was very off in the whole across the men's categories, and that was Derek Lunsford.
He's always off, man.
Yeah, but
do you know why though? Do you know what I think? Do you know what I think? I think he's an open bodybuilder that's too scared to be open.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think he can make weight. Like I think making weight, he sacrifices a great physique because he's too scared to go up against the big guys.
I don't know if it's too scared. I think he just wanted that 212 title before.
Maybe he does just want it, you know. But like you got to know where you stand as well, you know.
He has to move up now. I think
he's got to. Wait, for a start, he's young. He's still got potential to add more size to his frame. He hasn't maxed himself out.
Yeah,
you know,
very interesting. Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe we'll see Derek Lunsford v Flex Lewis 2021.
Oh, it will be no contest though.
I mean, there would be no contest, but still, you know.
I want to see Flex versus Haddy.
Oof.
Yes.
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what? I'd like to see him against Bonac.
Yeah, I was going to say Flex, Haddy, Bonac, and Brandon in a lineup. Very interesting. Brandon's not a tall guy either.
No.
What do you guys think Flex can do something in the open?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over every single one of them, yes.
Yeah.
I reckon.
Your biggest competition outside Rami, who's going to win, if he brings it again, is Hadi.
Yeah.
Hadi's got the detail.
But you know what would be really exciting though? To see Flex actually, you know, opening the floodgates and going in to gain more, because he's held back for 7 years.
Yeah.
Like he's actually had to hold back from doing the one thing bodybuilders try to do because he wanted to retain his title all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I do think, even though they're the battles we want to see, I think he's going to try and overcome. Flex Lewis has to overcome Akin Williams, an improved Akin Williams, and Sergio Oliva.
Sergio Oliva is a wild card, man. He's fucking.
He's a tall guy as well.
And Steve Kuklo, because I can just see all these guys very much overtowering him because they're a lot taller.
That's it. Again, it comes back to the, you know, the Terrence and Bumstead. Terrence has got a fucking incredible physique, but you're just a short motherfucker. When you're next to someone bigger than you, it's inevitable, man.
Yeah.
When you're both at that level, when you're both that complete, that's what can get.
That's it. If everyone's on, the tall guy stands out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right. Do you want to wrap it up there, guys? Get a meal?
Yeah.
All right.
I need to eat.
Thanks for listening, guys. Tune in till next
pleasure.
time. If you're not getting massive, just get massive.
Or don't, and do other things.
Or do other things.
Or just be happy.
Enjoy your crisps.
Enjoy your crisps. Yeah, don't take the advice of getting stoned. Fuck.
No, fuck me.